he has a savior complex.
He
So
gets
anything
angry and
wrong
then he goes,
has to be
"Ah."
my side. And you really think I'm angry? I'm actually laughing, sir. This is hilarious. I'm talking
Well,
to an
you
adult
certainly
who
will
thinks a
be. Okay.
dinosaur and a footprint are
Look,
next to each other,
I can't,
and they're from the
I
same
can't
age.
argue you into the kingdom. So there's no point of me doing this. I'm actually going against my Lord right now. He told me not to cast pearls before a swine, and right now that's what I'm doing.
There we
I'm
go.
talking.
Hitting hard.
No, it's not mockery. No, it's not mockery. It means that I shouldn't be casting the gospel pearl to somebody who doesn't want to hear it, and you clearly don't want to hear it.
I think that's a
Clearly,
good
all
policy.
you're doing is you're spreading lies everywhere.
I think that's a good policy. You Christian people should
Sir,
stop
tell me
trying
more
to
about this
recruit people.
right-wing Christianity thing supporting terrorism.
No, because you said it wasn't true. So I'm not going to give you the information. I'll
Okay,
let
good.
you look
I
it
would
up on
rather
your
not
own.
hear the lies.
How about this?
I would rather not hear them.
Can you tell me how Jesus Christ, who never set foot in Europe, how he looks like a white man on these pictures? Can you explain that?
Sir, what in the heck does that have to do with anything?
It's a simple question. It's not difficult.
Well, I don't believe he looks like a white man, so what's the point?
I'm asking you a simple question. I've seen images of Jesus all over the world.
So you saw a picture of a white Jesus, and you assume that's what we think he is?
Well, why else would you draw a picture of someone? You're trying to depict
Why did I
correctly?
draw a picture? I didn't draw a picture of Jesus white.
Well,
Why are you saying that I did?
I'm asking you a question, sir. Can you answer it?
Here, let me help you. So in the Middle East, they had dark olive skin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not white.
Okay.
Somebody made a mistake. Somebody was seriously either racist. They could have been somebody who's not a Christian who called themselves a Christian. Stuff like that.
So Christ
man.
has been depicted wrongly all this time.
If we're going by their evidence, I mean that would seem to be so. Their evidence said the man was.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that makes Christianity false because somebody drew a white Jesus, and this man who's talking to me right now thinks that Christianity is false because of a white Jesus.
No, not at all. If I wanted to say that, I would. But what I'm saying is, if you
then why
can't
did you
even
bring it up if it didn't have any relevance?
Well, if you can't give me an actual, honest depiction of the Son of God, then how could I even trust anything else you have to say? So was
Do you
he
want
a
me
Greek?
to describe his follicles on his head?
Was he a Greek or was he a Roman?
He was Jewish, sir. You got to know your history.
Okay. So since he wasn't a Greek or a Roman, then he couldn't look like the picture, correct?
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So can you answer the question? Yes,
sir. Yes, I don't believe he was white. If you're asking me if I thought he was white,
okay.
No, I don't think he was white.
So why is he depicted that way all over the world right now?
All over the world?
Well, that's not true.
No, sir. There's many pictures of Jesus in European old paintings of Jesus even looking like a woman. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the Michelangelo paintings that made James look like a woman. There was a lot of issues with guys like Michelangelo and whatever, Donatello, whoever these painters were. Some of them were homosexuals. And they drew very feminine pictures of our Lord that are not even accurate.
Okay, so
for
you're
instance,
saying
the famous picture of the Last Supper.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
You know the painting of the Last Supper?
We all do.
Okay, so you know that
does.
picture how Jesus is standing there at the table and he's in the middle and then the 12 apostles are on the other side of him? Well, in that picture, it's completely historically inaccurate because they wouldn't have sat at a table. They would have been leaning on each other because of a small room and there was no table as if you sit in a chair. You would actually be sitting on a mat on a floor as they did in ancient Judaism.
Okay. Once again, back to the question now. So when we look across the world and the average depiction of Jesus is the one I described, and if we go all over America especially, that is the depiction of Jesus that's the standard. Am I making anything up now? Or is this true?
That there are people who drew Jesus as a white man?
Mm-hmm. Is that the standard in America? I'm asking. Is that the standard of what
standard?
Americans?
No, sir. We don't draw any images in our church of Jesus Christ because we don't know exactly what he looked like. So no, I would not. I would not agree with that at all.
So you're going to use your particular church as a standard as opposed to the rest of America?
I know many churches, sir, who don't agree with the images. There are many denominations who do. Like, for instance, the Mormon religion has many paintings, many paintings. And I wouldn't agree with the Mormons. In fact, I don't agree with them theologically, and I don't agree with them even in their spiritual sense. They're completely wrong, and that's part of my mission is to reach out to Mormons.
I think
but show them that the images that Joseph Smith, who, by the way, Brigham Young and Joseph Smith were both racists, they said that black people were cursed.
Of course.
And they said that you can marry multiple women.
Yeah, this is no surprise. These are who these people are. But I just want everybody.
That's you're referring to.
I just want everybody listening to understand how simple a declaration I was asking for, and how he not only alluded it, but he went to his own personal church instead of saying that yes.
But I agree with you, Nas. So there's no argument. You're making up arguments. I just agree with you that I don't agree with that.
I asked you a simple question, and you said no, that's not true.
Nas, hey Nas,
I'm not asking you to agree. I'm asking you if it's true.
Nas, do you think that Jesus was white?
I don't think there was a historical figure named Jesus.
Okay. So what historical evidence do you have to back that up?
Once again, evidence should be provided by the person.
Once again, I don't have an answer. Go ahead.
If I tell you that lightning strikes at 6 a.m. every morning, I'm the one who needs to bring you to the lightning and show you, look, there's the lightning. You're the one who has the burden of proof on it, not me.
But you're making all sorts kinds of
claims, and now you're trying to run away from the question I just asked you. But
you just said that there wasn't a historical figure named Jesus. Now I'm holding you accountable.
I don't believe so. Because I haven't seen any historical evidence.
You could be wrong about everything that you know.
And you could as well.
No, sir, because I have historical, archaeological, and spiritual evidence.
Okay, archaeological evidence you don't have. Spiritual evidence is not actual evidence. That's your face talking, and that's called insanity.
Sir, I think you're making things up.
What college did you go to? Let's get into that. What college did you go to?
I went to a community college here.
And what
and I didn't graduate. I did not graduate. In fact, I went to college. Well, why does that matter? Are you calling me a dummy?
I'm not calling you anything. I'm just trying to set the record. You told me.
Well, why does that matter if I went to college, sir?
Well, you told
sir,
me
why does it matter if I went to college? Sir,
why does it matter if I went to college? Is important in the conversation.
Okay, so anybody who didn't go to college, ladies and gentlemen, have no credibility.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say somebody who's presuming to have authority in a situation would need to have a little background.
Well, if you want some credibility, I've been being raised in a church. I was an associate pastor for one church, and now I'm under the wing of many pastors in a bigger church. So people who are very learned and have been teaching me for the last 12, 13 years gives me more experience and more knowledge than any seminary could ever give me. So I'm not really that nervous about that. No, I didn't go to college, but I am blessed to be able to be around people who have cared enough about me to be able to show me the truth of the gospel and the Bible.
Well, that's a beautiful thing, man. And I think no matter what, this conversation, it's hard to keep it civil, but no matter what, man, you should have whatever your convictions are. You're welcome to them. You're open to them. And no matter what, no matter how a conversation goes with me and you, as long as you believe, that's good enough. It doesn't matter. So the fact that I disagree with you and I think you're wrong, that's my opinion. The fact that you disagree with me, you think I'm wrong, it's your opinion. So it just comes down to that in the end, man. And
let me ask you an honest question. No, I'm serious. No, I don't want to argue here.
No, you're going to ask me an insulting question in a way that you.
I didn't ask you any question yet. I want to ask you a question that's not insulting. Hold on.
I know you will. But go ahead.
All right, hold on. I want to go ahead and ask you. Okay, I want to get your personal opinion. So, what do you want to? Now you just mentioned that Christianity there's a major problem with organized religion, especially Christianity. You have a real problem with it. Maybe a lot of oppression to men, right? Which I just obviously agree that oppression is bad, right? So what is your goal? Like what do you ultimately want? I mean,
okay, I'll tell you. That's an easy one. What I want is for the poor and working masses of this earth to not be promised an afterlife of happiness, but to actually assert themselves as they are now and get what they deserve on this earth and not be promised an afterlife by people who not only don't care about them, but are using them as useful idiots in their conquest for power and authority. And they've used religion as one of their biggest weapons throughout antiquity. That's what I believe.
Okay, so you want all, no, I just want to reiterate, okay? So you want all religions who use their faith as a tool, okay, to gain power, right? You don't like that, and I wouldn't like that. I don't think Mark and Felix would like that either. But that's what you're saying, right? So you're saying that you don't want men to build power based on the knowledge they have of their faith, correct?
Indeed.
Okay. I wouldn't want that either. But I will tell you this out of complete love for you, my friend. That's not Christianity. Now, I don't care how many people call themselves Christians, but that's not what Jesus taught. That's not what we're supposed to do, and that's not what Jesus represents. So now, if you want to go ahead and believe all of the things that, because somebody called themselves a Christian and did something terrible like oppress men, they can do whatever they want, but they can't call themselves a Christian because Christians are not supposed to do that. So let's say you got a group of people over here and they were, let's just say that they're committing murder, terrible murder, pillaging of villages and killing children and all that stuff. Now they can do that if they want because who's there going to be there to stop them? Hopefully somebody, right? And they can call themselves a Christian and do all those things. But if they're being disobedient to the God of the Christians, then they are not really, in the truest sense, a Christian. They are of the world, and there's a Bible verse, Naz, I want to tell you, that says, although they speak me, hold on, Naz, I'm telling you something in love, man.
I'm going to listen to the verse, but hold on real quick. This is where the separation lies. You think that those people who you would consider claiming to be Christians but not actual Christians, you
Correct.
think those are outliers and that's the minority. What I'm telling you is not only is that the majority, but that is the norm. And your small enclave that you call the real Christians not only don't wield the power in this religion, but they are the people who are on the margins, and I would say who are outside of the average Christian. So where does that leave us?
I don't know. A lot of evil people that God's going to judge.
So God the pit bull. They'll use God, the sick God.
Oh, yeah. Yep, God's coming back to destroy the world, my man. It's called eschatology.
Yeah, indeed. Well, that's not a religion for me. I know that, man. I don't want it. I don't want to deal with any religion that tells children that they'll burn forever and die, or that their deity is going to come back and punish people for things men do on earth. And we're all powerless to stop them.
You certainly
just wait on God.
So can I call you evil? I'm going to call you unjust and evil myself, because you are clumping Christianity with all of the evils in the world.
No, I just think your opinion on this is not only biased, but like I said before, it's kind of thing of indoctrination. Once you've been indoctrinated, you're willing to believe anything. So at that point, how much does your opinion weigh?
So you
whatever
think
your
that
pastor
I
tells
think
you?
it's okay? Hey Naz, do you think it's okay that I think that murder is good? Do you think that of me? I think that murder is okay.
Once again, you asked this question last time. These are obvious answers. We don't need to get into.
Well, you got. I think it's an honest question. Part of the. It's actually part of what we're talking about.
That's a silly question.
Well, So you don't think that I think that murder is wrong, right? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. You don't think that I think that murder is right or wrong, right?
I would assume so.
I think